Hey guys, so I posted a video, a link on my G2A Super Saiyan Facebook page, which by the way, I can get you insane discounts on Steam. Won't get into that on this particular video, but check it out. And many of you have already heard the breaking news in the old school gaming industry, which is the golden era of gaming. Anyone who is a gamer knows that the golden era was the 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, and arguably, yes, you got to throw in the 64-bit into that category as well. That was the golden age. Anything above 64-bit went downhill. Okay, it's just not the same. But the real golden era, what takes the cake, was really the main focus was always on the 8-bit, 16-bit consoles. NES, Super NES, Sega Genesis. I mean, those were the combatants right there. You know, PlayStation and N64 came a little bit later, and they are still considered part of the golden age. And I've been waiting for years for a new golden age console. You know, I've just been waiting for somebody to recognize that the games aren't the same. The games nowadays are not the same. So anyway, somebody has done it. Has done it. ColecoVision is trying to make a comeback. Everyone knows that they didn't do too well. I posted the article on the Facebook. Here it is right here. Let me just change my video. It still works pretty good. But here's the article. Long story short, ColecoVision is teaming up with Retro Video Game Systems to produce a machine which is going to be called the Coleco Chameleon right here. A modern machine that will play games stored on plastic cartridges. Gone are the days of CDs, gone are the days of DVDs, whatever the crap, those mini discs that GameCube tried. They're going right back to old school. They are focusing on 8, 16, and 32-bit style games. They're not quite going to the N64 style. The graphics were a little bit advanced. So they're really sticking with the early stage. Even 32-bit is a little bit high, but I like it. I like it. There's a lot of good classics. Take the Sony PlayStation, for example. I like that there's a variety. They're going to you can, so as a developer you can make a game 18, 16, or 32 depending on what each game in each game platform has advantages and disadvantages. 32-bit has many disadvantages. 8-bit is in many ways better than 16-bit. It just depends on the game. And this is something else that's missing. But all game cartridges will include high quality plastic clamshell cases with illustrated instruction manuals and game developer liner notes. Don't really care about the game developer notes, but it's old school. It's tradition. It was in all of the old school games. Why not bring it back? So ColecoVision has attempted this in the past, and they didn't get very far. They were trying to raise $2 million on Indiegogo, and they only ended up with 80,000, which was obviously a failure. They were not able to make the console. But this console is already made. Okay, here's a picture of it. The console is already made. What they're trying to do is just raise money to mass produce / guarantee sales so that they don't go bankrupt, which they have done in the past. They were bankrupt. They went bankrupt in the 80s. They tried to come back in 2005, and they failed at that. They still exist, but it's not even a fraction of its former glory, which its former glory was actually short-lived. ColecoVision is not really a name people know about nowadays. It's all about the NES and the Atari. If you think in old school, you think NES and Atari. You don't think ColecoVision. And I don't care who tells you otherwise. They're probably an old fart and they just never gamed past. They never entered the golden era because ColecoVision is not a golden era console. and mostly because of its failure. But anyways, this is some pictures of the console. It is gonna have, I think it's gonna have 4 ports, but they've basically released nothing on this console. It is gonna come out. It's scheduled for release in early 2016. That could be as early as February. I think they're aiming for January, February. January seems a little early, but they're aiming for early. They are going to try that Kickstarter campaign though, because Indiegogo was a failure. So if you want to, I mean, obviously they're going to have some kicks, some extra perks for those who do that. And you might be asking, well, if they already made the console, why are they doing this? Why can't they just do it and get it released? And it's a number of reasons. One, you know, as I talked about before, but it's also, you know, so that they don't have to go to the bank and get an expensive loan. Okay, if you sell $1 million, $2 million worth of consoles on Kickstarter, I mean, you now you don't need a loan where you're paying interest and risk. You also don't need to sell private and or public shares to investors to raise the money. You don't have to do that. There's a lot of perks to staying private and getting funded on Kickstarter. But there's, you know, I'm hoping that there could be limited edition console releases for those who do support the Kickstarter campaign. So keep an eye out for it. They have not announced an exact date for that Kickstarter campaign yet, but it's obviously going to start soon, probably in January. Okay, so release date January, February is probably a little optimistic, but early 2016 tells me that this Kickstarter campaign's probably only going to be 30 days. Okay, and if they started in January, February, it's going to be released the month after. That's what I think, or like 2 months after. So Q1 2016 is the goal. I'm going to be buying the console because a lot of people have not mentioned this. You watch other YouTubers talk about this, the same breaking news. I'm excited about this because a lot of people don't understand that the reproduction games market. So this is third-party developers still producing NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and 64 games. I'm talking brand new, what so-called homebrew games. These games are being made. They're still being made. There's new ones coming out every month, and they are getting a lot of sales. I am one of those buyers. Reproduction games, not only are they re-releasing Japanese games such as Secret of Mana 2 in English, which is, I bought limited edition release green cartridge. In fact, I'll grab it right now. I have all my old school games right near me. Hopefully the camera picks it up. Double check if it does. Yeah, I mean, I've got the limited edition. Only 25 copies made. I got number 2 because somebody already bought number 1 and number 5. But this game's great. This is Secret of Mana 2, translated into English. Reproduction cart. But these games are so big that somebody has got to recognize value making a system. Developers will develop for it. It's possible it could be a failure and you're going to end up with nothing but a Mario knockoff spelled Murio, a Gauntlet knockoff spelled Gauntlet, Zelda knockoff, Zelda, who crap knows. But that's possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. The market is ready for this console. Ah, crap. I knocked my microphone over, so hopefully you can still hear a lot of what I was saying. But check it out. Check out my Facebook group, G2A Super Saiyan. I give out discount codes on here all the time. I'm going to go to one right now. I made a posting earlier. Bam, 2 coupons right there. 2 coupons. I didn't say how much it is. Usually it's €1, €2, €3. You got to go in there, check it out. Go buy a game. You can get a game for free. I'm giving you a coupon where you can pretty much get a game for free because of the massive discounts on the site. I'm a supporter of the site. I purchase games every week because I'm getting 80% plus discounts on every game I buy. In fact, what did I buy today? Police Enforcer, Thief Town, mining and tunneling simulator. Like I bought a lot of games for like $1 each, less than $1 each. Come on, check it out. Please like the video, subscribe, comment. I'm trying to grow the channel. Help me out here. Let me know what you think. Ciao.